Cyberjack here. This is in relation to most Dell servers, regardless of iDRAC version. Obviously, if you're in an enterprise environment, the fan noise and speed doesn't really matter because you can't hear it anyway. But if you're a home user, as you obviously know, it's extremely deafening, and you can hear it in the next room, which is not ideal when you're trying to record videos or watch TV or even sleep for that matter. I use this on most of my Dell servers. I've got iDRAC 7 and iDRAC 8 I believe, and the toolworks still work perfectly fine. It's called Dell Open Manage BMC Utilities. Just go onto Dell website and download it. I don't need to do that really because I've obviously installed it. It saves having to basically rip apart your machine and try and bypass the fans or run some sort of mod. This is much easier. It keeps your machine completely clean. Anyway, I'll cancel that. I've basically made two batch files. One is called server temperature. As you can imagine, it does what it says. I'll open this first. Just made a batch file. If you're not comfortable with batch files, you can just cd into this directory here. Like that, like what basically this command does anyway. Like that. And issue this command here, which is IP tables, blah 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 blah. Obviously the IP address will differ to your machine because obviously this is my machine and not yours. Just put the iDRAC IP address here. The default password for most iDRACs is user root, be it password Calvin. Don't worry about the rest of the commands really. It runs this. Obviously it's 21 degrees. Current fan speed. Fan 2 rather, it's obviously disabled, but it's irrelevant on this machine. It doesn't have another fan, so it just ignores it. 70 watts, which power draw. That's a good thing with slowing down the fans as well. Actually, you'll find your power usage will drop dramatically, which is obviously a bonus, as well as the racket, to hear all that. And we're currently running 32 degrees, which is pretty nice. My fan on this machine is currently running at 20%. As you can see, it's only 32 degrees. It's only pulling 70 watts, and I'm running a few VMs and Plex server and various other things on it, and it's not even slightly toasty. Right, the command to set your server to 20%. When I find where the hell I bloody put it. Fan to 20. Of course it is. I don't want to run the command because it's already in progress. Right, it's this command here. Don't worry about having to screenshot it or something weird. I'll paste these into the show notes, and then you can use it at your copying and pasting pleasure. Obviously, that's the default install directory of the BMC tool from Dell. Obviously, use your own IP address, and the rest is golden. This top command, obviously this one here, the top one, that will put the fan into manual mode, and the next one down will set your fan to 20%. That's all you have to do. I put it in a batch file because you'll find if you reboot your server or unplug it for any reason, it will go back to default, and it'll be back to revving its bollocks off and back to square one again, and then you'll be scratching around looking for the commands and things to run. So what I do is, if it's in your Windows updates or anything and it reboots the server, if it goes back into normal auto mode and starts revving its bollocks off, I just run the batch file and it brings it back down to 20%, which is absolutely peachy. Like I say, it's much easier to do it this way rather than having to find some sort of mod and BIOS hack and various other bits of shit, which obviously was not really practical to run. Here's my current iDRAC, so we'll log into it. Calvin. There's obviously iDRAC 7 Enterprise. It doesn't really matter what version, it can still work anyway, which is very nice. you'll see error on here, but this is relating to my CMOS battery because I've not updated it. That's just, you know, I know my CMOS battery's low, I've just not put a new one in yet. It's not a big deal, I don't really care. Anyway, fans, click the fans. So as you can see, my fan is running at 20%, and it'll stay at that regardless of what. Don't matter what it gets, how cold it gets, it'll stay at 20%. Like I said, 20% is not a lot, and you may be concerned about heat, which is understandable. But like I said, on my obviously ipaddress 7, I'm running Plex, and I've got 2 VMs running, Linux and I can't remember now, another one. And like I said, it doesn't get warm, it's fine. So there you go, it will remain on 20%, which is very nice. Like I said, I'll paste it into the show notes for you, and you can use it at your clicking and pasting pleasure. Thank you very much. If this is useful, then by all means, if you have any questions, then by all means shoot me a message and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Adios, like, subscribe and all that good stuff. See you later.